This weekend I was in London and I took the opportunity to head over to London Bridge and to track down the Curated Makers store where I started having my products stocked about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a beautiful store and I was so excited to go in and have a nose around and to see how they'd set out my products on display. It made me feel really lovely and with a little write-up about me as well. And of course, I couldn't resist having a look at some of the other makers in the store. I particularly loved these gorgeous crochet flowers and these beautiful Christmas decorations. Hi everyone and welcome to a brand new studio vlog. You will have seen me this morning on my travels, which was really exciting. So we went into London for the weekend to visit family, and while we were there I decided to go and have a look in the Curated Makers store in London Bridge, where I started having my products in the store at the end of October. So they've been in there a few weeks now. I don't know if you can see that, but it's so cold in here I can see my breath. So we've just got back. It's Sunday, 4:30. We went and picked up my little dog Maggie. She's back home with us. And now I want to cram a few hours working because I'm going away next week. And there's a project that I've been really excited to try. And last week, I ended up coming down with a really bad migraine on Thursday, and I ended up trying to work through it but having to go to bed, and then it just like took away the time from a project that I wanted to have time to play with before I went away. So without further ado, what that project is playing with my brand new heat press, which, full disclosure, I've had here for a few months now, a couple of months, but I just haven't had the time to dedicate to making the designs and getting the products ready to test out on the new machine. I was focused on rebranding from Plan, Inspire, Create to Sunshine Lane, and I am so excited to finally be able to have a play. So this heat press was kindly gifted by HTVRONT, and I've worked with them before. They previously gifted me a mini heat press, which I really loved. I gave a review of it previously and I will link it here down below in the description. And one problem that I personally had with the mini heat press was that you have to push down on it with your body weight, and with me having fibromyalgia, I don't always have that strength in my upper arms, and it was really tiring me, and I wasn't able to do many presses in one go without needing a complete rest. And so HTVRONT have kindly agreed to gift me their auto heat press to try. So it's a bigger heat press and it has a pull-out mechanism on the bottom. You pop in your items that you want to heat press, push the drawer back in, and then it automatically clamps down for you for the amount of time for that material, and then it will release. So it's not as physical a job as having to press on the manual heat presses. So this has opened up a whole new world of products that are available to me, and I'm really excited for that. I've previously been a bit hesitant about producing products with a heat press solely for that reason, that it can cause me extra pain and fatigue and stuff. And so yeah, I can't tell you how excited I am to try this. So last week on my live stream with my patrons, I actually started coming up with a few designs, and I've got some products in mind that I want to try out first and possibly sell them at a Christmas market I'll be part of at the beginning of December in Derby, as well as on my online store. So I previously purchased a load of blanks that I thought I might use to make products, but I've selected a few because we can't do it all at once. And this is what I think I'm going to try first. So I have these two styles of compact mirrors, a silver and a rose gold. The bit you can actually sublimate onto, these bits, is obviously smaller on this one than this one. And the idea is that you heat press just onto the disc and then that goes onto the mirror, and I think I like the rose gold one the best because it's got this little click button that like releases the mirror and then snaps. And then this silver one just opens like that, snaps shut. So there's those two that I think would make really nice Christmas gifts. Then I want to try these like wristlet keychains. So they're like a neoprene material, and you heat press just onto this white side of it, and then it's got this thick key ring at the bottom. And then I've got two different types of hanging decorations. Obviously you would put ribbon through these, and I wasn't going to do specifically Christmas decorations, and then on my live stream a couple of my patrons were like, no, do Christmas ones, because I think I will do more general ones outside of Christmas, but I'm going to have a go at a couple of styles of Christmas decorations. So perhaps stupidly I only got one of each, so if it doesn't work first time on that material I haven't got another blank, so I didn't really think that through. However, I just want to try the different types and see how they go. But first I need to set up my new printer. So if you don't know, what happens with sublimation in real layman's terms is you need a printer which has special sublimation ink, so it needs to be a separate printer. It can't be your normal standard printer that you print on every day. And when you print onto the sublimation paper, the ink sits on the paper basically, and then when you put it on your item and you apply heat, it transfers the dyes in the ink into the actual item. So rather than a dye which sits on top, when you heat press and use sublimation inks, the heat makes them basically infuse in the fabric and they become one rather than sitting on top. So in theory they should be a lot more durable as long as they are handled correctly. You wouldn't have that thing with kind of cracking that you sometimes get with vinyl, and as long as things are kind of cleaned in the right way, washed at the right temperatures, should be pretty durable. So these are the things that I've chosen to work with first. Start small, grow bigger. But I've got myself a new printer because of this need for a separate printer. So I need to set that up first so that I can actually finish my designs and print them ready to try out with the heat press. I went for an Epson Eco Tank. It's the ET2810. You can get specific printers that are purely made for sublimation. They're quite pricey. Or you can get one of the styles of printers which I use already, which has refillable ink tanks, and then you buy the sublimation inks to put in the printer. The thing to note with that is once you've put the sublimation ink in, it voids your warranty with the printer because you haven't used ink for Epson or Canon or whatever it is. You're using a special sublimation ink, so you do need to take that into account, that any kind of repairs needed and so on wouldn't be covered by the warranty. But for the price difference, I was willing to gamble it and take the risk. So let's get it out of the box and set up on my new desk area that I've got ready for doing sublimation projects. I feel like I need to roll my sleeves up now because this is the messy bit. So I need to put in the ink, and this is a new shirt, and I really should have put on something else because if I get ink on it, I'm going to be really annoyed. Okay, we're there. So I actually got this printer and the inks as a bundle from Ink Experts. I'll leave all the links below. And basically what they've sent is the 4 sublimation inks, but these bottles are to decant into because these bottles are easier to fill up the tank with. It's kind of an extra step than what I would normally do with filling up the printer ink, but hopefully less messy, because if you see the end of it, this essentially tips onto the nozzle and then you can leave it there and it self-releases until the tank is full. So I'm going to aim to decant the 4 inks into these and then fill up the printer. So let's have a go. I've got very unsteady hands, and I managed that, save for a couple of spots of pink on my hands. I think we're good. So the next step is to actually then decant the ink into the printer and then set it up on the computer. So let me show you that. So you just hold the bottle in place, and once kind of the shape of these bottles goes into the hole, it draws the ink through. And I'll show you in a sec what it looks like from the bottom, but you just do each one in turn. So can you see it just stopped? I think there is a little bit left in the bottom of that, and I'm just going to pop it back on. Now the blue and the black look remarkably similar when they are in the bottles, so I just took a permanent marker and I've written on which is which, because next time you can guarantee I won't remember. However, I have just noticed there is a tick system here, so you can tick which one it is. So I've got the printer set up finally, and I am about to load in my sublimation paper and see if I can print my first lot of designs. The paper I have is this HTVRONT sublimation paper. It's US letter size. I've just selected that in the print settings on my laptop. So it's got the logo on the back, if you can see that, so you know which side is the printable side. So I'm going to load it with the blank side facing forward. And then press print. So this is how the first printout turned out. Now the colours are quite dull, but that is how it's supposed to turn out. You don't get the full vibrancy until you've heat pressed it. I'll be interested to see how the colours actually come out once I've heat pressed it, whether they're similar to what I see on screen or whether I'll need to tweak things a little bit on my computer to make them match. But the other important thing was to make sure you mirror the image before printing it, so that when you put it back on top of the item, it's the right way around. So I decided to start with the keychains first because I have a whole pack of these. So if I need to keep trying it to get it right, I've got a few to go through. So I've done 3 different designs. 2 of them are using original patterns that I have illustrated myself, and the third one using some artwork that I have purchased. So let's cut them out and I'll show you how I am planning to tape my items to them, ready to go in the heat press. Okay, so I've got 3 designs now. I've got 2 of each to try. No, I haven't. I've got 3 of these ones and 2 of the others. So what I'm going to do next is tape the keychain onto it. So this is how I'm planning to do it. I'm planning to essentially wrap that all the way round, and it should be the right size. Yeah, it will be once I attach it properly. So first things first, I'm going to use a lint roller to get any little bits off the keychain, and my lint roller is covered in dog hair. There we go. That just shows it's doing its job. Okay, and then let's do the heart design, shall we, first? No, because we've got 3 of these, so let's do one of those first. So my plan is, I've measured it so that I should be able to put it in the middle like that and fold it over. Ooh, it's not quite long enough. Why is it not long enough? Oh, what have I done? Remeasure. Yeah, they're not quite long enough, my mistake. Let's print it again. Okay, so 3rd time's a charm. I hadn't really left myself enough wiggle room for wrapping it round, so I've made the designs longer, print and cut them again. I've only got 1 heart-shaped one this time because I used my paper cutter and it decided to chew one of those up. So hopefully we are going to get them in the heat press. So I'm going to use one of these bloom ones. I can see a hair on there, so let's re-lint roll it. So, as I was saying, my plan is to pop that on there. The slogan itself runs from there to there, which is nice. And then we wrap that over the top, and it is now long enough. Hallelujah! This is heat resistant tape, so I'm going to get a bit of that, and the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to make sure everything's covered, and then I kind of do want to, yeah, there we go. I'm going to put the tape on the one end, wrap it through the key ring, get through there, and down the other side. And it's now sandwiched. Yeah. And then I'm gonna use a series of tape to it's not in the middle anymore. There we go. To wrap it round and hold everything in place. And I'm going to alternate it. So then the next one, I'm going to do this side. Now, whether this works as intended, we will see, because obviously I've never used the heat press before. I've never used sublimation paper before. I've never done any of these things before, so this is all new. And every time I do it, I'm just making sure that that's in the middle. of the design. I'm sure as I get more confident, maybe I won't need this much tape. Maybe I'll get quicker at doing it. We will see. So now it's in a sandwich and I'm going to go over to my heat press. I'm not going to queue up loads of different ones because I want to check the settings on the heat press and see if it works. So let's test out the heat press for the first time. So here we are and I'm super excited. So if I turn it on, you pull out the drawer. Oh, and I need something to put it on. And I'm just actually going to put it in some plain cardstock to protect the cushion and the heat press from the ink. I could do with having some like special paper, but I haven't got any, so this is what we're going to do. And I'm just going to push it in. And then I'm going to set my temperature. So if I keep, there we go, that'll go up now. I want it to get to 400 degrees. And I want it to press it for 60 seconds. Can you hold it down? No. Like that. Oh no. Is it getting up to temperature or has it just ignored me? It's getting up to temperature, I think. Because you can see this number climbing. So lesson learned is I could have preheated it. But I know what you can do is pre-program certain timings and temperatures for like a quick setting. I think you can do 2 custom ones or you can adjust it manually. Okay, so it's preheated. So let's push go. Was that normal? I'm really hoping that's normal. It's dissipating and it doesn't smell like smoke. Oh, thank the Lord, it says it, Google says it's steam. So then we pull it out. And what I should have, that I don't have, is heat resistant gloves. And I need to flip it. I'm scared. Oh, it's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to push it back in. I'm going to do it again. Wish me luck. I'm so scared. I just hope this turns out good. Or if not, that I can figure out what on earth I've done wrong. So I have no idea whether we're supposed to peel this hot, peel it cool. It is touchable now. It's been about a minute or so. So I'm going to cut through the tape and just peel it off and see what's happened. Yeah. Oh, jeez. There's fireworks outside. Okay. I'm scared. Oh my God. No. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't explain this to you. Look how cute that is. The pattern goes seamlessly all the way around. This is my pattern that I drew. I can't explain to you how much that fills my heart with joy. I'm going to try the other designs. I'm going to be right back. So just for comparison, you can see now that the colours get so much deeper and more vibrant when they've been heat pressed. There are fireworks going off over my head, so I'm hoping that's not too annoying and that you can hear me, but I just really need to see these designs because I am so excited and I can't possibly wait for people to stop doing fireworks on a random Sunday. I don't even know why there are fireworks. It's just very rude. My poor dog is really scared. I feel like I didn't take these on with quite as much care because my dinner is nearly ready. And I feel like there's been a bit of an issue with this one. I think it's moved. Oh, that's come out purple. Yeah. That's so cute though. There's been a bit of slippage, so I definitely need to use more tape. But how cute is that? Little daisy design. There's just been a little bit of slippage there where I need to pay more attention to the taping so that the pattern is straight and so that this is definitely on a straight, because obviously that's less forgiving when you've got straight edges. But how cute is that? And then the last one, there's been a tiny bit of slippage. This isn't my favourite one compared to the others, but what do we think? I might tweak some of the colours. This one says, I am enough, and it's got these little hearts with cute little faces on them. Hoping that's showing up nicely for you. I don't know if that's my favourite compared to the others. I think these two are favourites, more so. But let me show you them together. How cute are they? I can't quite believe that I've just done that on the first try. Apart from those slippage issues. But my dinner is ready and it's very late on a Sunday night. And there's fireworks that are ruining my filming. So what I'm going to do is go and have my tea and come back to you in the morning. So the next morning I hopped on my computer and I just started measuring the items again and making my designs the size I want them ready for print, and making sure I was adding a bleed around the outside. So I had 2 pocket mirror designs and 2 Christmas decoration designs that I worked on first. I actually took a picture of the heart-shaped decoration so that I could get the heart the right shape when I was working with the design. So I removed the background and set the ornament to be the size it actually is, and then I was able to use that as a template to put my design on top and size it at the right size. And then I just deleted the picture of the ornament. I then imported the 3 designs that I was working on yesterday, and I thought I would just tweak these a little bit and have another go. So on the daisy design, I made the background slightly bluer because it came out a very purple colour. Then on the Bloom Everyday design, I just turned up the saturation to make the colours pop a little bit more. And then I recreated the heart-shaped design so that the heart characters were bigger and more of a focus in the design itself. And and then I printed everything off, ready to attach to the different materials. Good morning everyone. It is the next morning. I am feeling much brighter and much warmer, and I'm really excited to dig back in with these heat press designs. As soon as I got over here this morning into my studio, I was just beavering away, finishing off some designs, tweaking some, getting them the right size and so on. And now I'm ready to start pressing again. So I'll show you what I've got. When I had a look at my little wristlet keychains last night, I really loved this one, but it was actually meant to be more of a blue and it's come out very purpley, so I've changed the colour and I'm just going to have another go just to see for a comparison. This one I've made more saturated, so exactly the same, just turned up the saturation on the colours just to see for comparison. And then this one, I actually recreated the pattern, so just using two of the heart-shaped with the smileys and then the little ones. I've made them a bit more saturated and I've made it so the hearts are actually bigger, you can see them more, and then with little ones in between. So for comparison, this is the new one compared with this, but I'll show you when it prints. So I've got a little Santa design to go on a round bauble that says there's room for everyone on the nice list. I have some little candy canes which I've drawn this morning to go on a heart-shaped hanging decoration that says together is the best place to be, which I think is so sweet. And then I've got my two compact mirror designs. So I'm gonna do the keychains first because I've already figured out the temperature and the pressing times for that, and then I'm gonna do the ceramic decorations together because it's the same material, and then the compact mirrors together because that's the same material. So let's have a go. Okay, moment of truth time. Moment of truth time. Let them cool a little bit because they went in the heat press for 240 seconds, whereas these were like 60 seconds aside, so they were easier to pick up. So I've let those cool a little bit. And in fact, let's do these first because these have cooled down. They're ready to show you. Oh. Ooh. Okay. That's bizarre because we're still getting quite purple tones. So this is the new one, so it is more blue, but I would maybe ramp it right to blue. And I think what's happened here is we've had a bit of slippage, if you can see, because you can see a sort of small faint indent of these dotted lines on the fabric. So I think I need to improve my taping skills on this. It's better in terms of the positioning, but I have still got some white edging there and there, but I think maybe if I just give myself a little bit more of a bleed, we'll be fine with that. I just need to make sure it can't move around in between presses, but I like the direction that's going in. Then what's this one? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, love that. So So I will say I also moved everything, like the text box, closer this way. I thought that would look nicer, and I do like that a lot more. And this is the one that I upped the saturation on, and I think it looks so cool. Again, I've just got on the back a little bit of faint white on the edge, and for some reason it hasn't pressed on the seam. So it's still white on the seam, whereas this one, it wasn't. The pattern carried on. But I'm getting a lot better at it, and I just love that so much. I can't believe that's a pattern I've drawn and now it's on a keychain. I'm so excited by that. Okay, love this one. And then the last one is the heart one that I redid. I can already see there's been some slippage. I'm going to have to get a lot better on my taping technique with these and definitely add more of a bleed. But, oh, it's so cute. Oh yeah, we've had the same thing happen. This is so disappointing when the second one didn't go as well as the first one. But look how cute it is. So I love the fact that these little heart characters are a lot bigger now. You can see them. Whereas with the first one, I think, yeah, it's just night and day. I much prefer this one with the bigger heart characters on. I like the black text. There's been slippage again. So on the back, we've got some white bits, and on the front, the I am enough, there's like almost a faint shadow where it's moved. But I'm really happy with these designs. So these are the 3 that I've done this morning. And while I've got some perfecting to do, these 2 in particular, I'm really happy with. I might up the saturation on this even more. But these 2 I just think are so cute. So I've just put the pocket mirrors in. And while they're pressing, let's see how these turned out. Now I definitely need to work on taping. I didn't need to put so much tape on the back of this. That was a bit silly on my part because it's just wasting the tape. But I'm so excited. I hope these have turned out okay. I kind of just want to have a little peek and see. Ooh, I can see a candy cane. And now that I've kind of seen on the keychains, I need to be sure I tape it in a way where it can't slip, particularly if I'm pressing it once, turning it over, pressing it again. I don't want it to move around between presses. But, you know, these are my first attempts. The tape keeps sticking back down. We'll be here all day. Stop it. Right, are we ready for the reveal? No, we're not. Are we ready for the reveal? Oh, come on. Come on. I think I could have done with a little bit more time because there's a faint line there where the candy cane, like the black outline, isn't 100% solid, and perhaps a bit more tape at the bottom. But how cute is that? Imagine that with a little pink velvet ribbon, maybe this pink or this pink. Oh, and I like the text. The text has come out nice and clear. I think that's really lovely, and I would put that on my tree. You're going to have to let me know in the comments what you think. And then this is the Santa one. Okay, are we ready for this reveal? If I can do it. I can see Santa. Oh, he needs a bit more time, I think. Oh, come on, that's so cute. That is so freaking cute. I can't. Okay, Santa needed slightly more time, although I think it looks quite cute, but there's a little bit of kind of white speckly on his legs and a little bit on his bum cheek. So both of these could do with slightly more time in the press. How cute is that? And I really like there's room for everyone on the nice list, because I feel like it's very Sunshine Lane, like we all have that kindness within us, and Christmas is one of the times where that's what it's all about. It's about spreading that, and we've all got the capability of being a lovely person. So, what do you think of my Christmas decorations? Let me know, which is your favourite? Would you hang them on your tree or up around your house? I would love to know. So just to clarify on the timings and the temperatures, these I did for 400 degrees Fahrenheit and I did it for 240 seconds. So I'd maybe up that to like 260 and see how we get on. Let me grab the compact mirrors. So something I think is, how hot's that? That's still quite hot. Something I think is, you see how I've taped it around the other side? That's going to make it quite hard to, harder to get the tape off, and I think maybe I would leave myself a bigger area and just tape it to the paper on the one side, and it's just easier to peel. But if it's easier to just do it that way, yeah. My poor manicure. I'm scared. Why does it feel like the paper has now stuck to it? Oh my God. Does that mean I've overheated it? Uh-oh. Well, that would have been beautiful. However, if you can see, here is like how it should be, and the colours are looking great, and then it's got like this film of paper over the top that's peeled off here, and I wonder if that's because I've heated it too long. Like, can I scratch that off just to, obviously this, I wouldn't sell it like that, but I wonder if I can scratch it off just to see like how the design turned out. Or have I not took it out quick enough, because while I was doing the other ones, this had finished and I didn't pull the drawer out. So even though it wasn't pressing, it was probably still getting the heat from above. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's crucial to get on that ASAP when the machine beeps to let you know it's finished. Now, obviously, I've only got one of each of these, unlike the keychains. So if these don't turn out well, I'll have to order some more to do a proper proof. But I'm hopeful for this one, but I feel like they probably all got the same issue. Yeah, it's kind of baked on. Oh. No. Oh, no. Oh, how carefully can I peel that? Yeah, it's overpressed. But I can see sort of how it will look. There, I've managed to get that one off. So you see, like, that's what's separated on the other one from the paper. That's really annoying that I've overpressed it because we were on such a good run. So if you can imagine it not looking kind of blurry faded, this is how it would look once this is attached to here. So you peel off this paper and then you stick that in place and it all becomes one, which is so clever. Unfortunately, it is faded because I've overheated it, I believe. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I've underheated it, but I don't think so. I'm assuming that's what happens when it burns, and I will do some research. And then you've got your pocket mirror inside, and I think that's really sweet. Obviously, it's not showing the colours as they would be, but let me know your thoughts. And then this one, I've managed to get an edge to peel it. So all is not lost. Oh, so close. There. That's actually really cute. So that is how that's turned out. Let's apply it to the mirror. Obviously, this hasn't quite turned out 100% as it would be because, again, I think this is overheated. But let's get the mirror. So this one I designed to go on the silver mirror. So I believe you peel this, if I can get it started. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's really sticky. And then kind of line it up. Oh my God, that's really cute. How cute is that? Come on. I just can't tell you how happy I am with the final results. Yes, I've still got things to work on, but I'm going to make a note of the times and how I did things, what worked, what didn't, and having done this experiment, I think I'd like to bring all of these out for Christmas gifts and have them out by the end of November. You please let me know in the comments which ones you think I should release. Which are your favourites? Anything you think would be better if it was slightly different? I just love hearing your feedback and being able to create products that I know you'll love. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. The keychains I'm just loving, and I've kind of got a vision of adding them on everything, like adding them onto a bag strap, adding them onto like pencil cases, so you've got like a little wristlet strap. I've just got a vision of adding them onto everything I own. My favourite by far is definitely this one, and it feels really special to me that this is a pattern that I designed last April. It was part of a previous Patreon goodie box, and I'm so happy to be able to bring it back. The Christmas decorations I just love. I might make this slightly smaller in the middle of the heart. And I might pick a font that's slightly thinner. You let me know if you think that's easy to read or whether I should try and find a font that's a bit more dainty. But I love that, and I love that it's kind of all about the spirit of Christmas and being together, and I kind of picture it with a lovely pink velvet ribbon on here. The Santa I just think is super cute, and again, the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of Sunshine Lane, and I kind of picture it with a red velvet ribbon probably in this kind of colour. Now that I've seen how the colours come out, I would go and like match it in person. And then the pocket mirrors were obviously the ones that didn't turn out as good as the others, but I think it gives me an idea of how this would look. This, I don't know whether to make the colours slightly more saturated or keep it a pastel, but I know it would be clearer if I hadn't heated it for as long. And then this one, obviously, it is just, it's hard to tell what it's going to look like because it has blurred from overheating, but I think it gives me an idea. And I think it will look really pretty. So let me know your thoughts. I think these two I would put in like a nice soft drawstring bag with a little tag on there with something sweet like matching the caption. So it's just like a really nice giftable item or a treat for yourself. So let me know what you think. In terms of the heat press, what took me the most time last night was actually setting up the printer. I found that quite challenging. I was having troubles connecting it to the network. at first it wasn't recognising the ink was in there, and then I found that you could press a button to like force it to do a nozzle check, and then it recognised that there was ink in there. So I found a workaround for that online. But printers are the bane of my life. Yeah, they always cause me problems. And so it took me a lot longer than I wanted for me to get that up and running. However, now it's up and running, it's printing fine, and I haven't kind of had any problems with the printing at all. The heat press, it's a bit of a game changer. I'm a bit blown away, because obviously when I had the manual heat press, it was such work, like physical work, to be pressing things, and like I said at the beginning of the video, for me with my chronic illness, it's too hard. But being able to find the right temperature and the right time and plug that in and then just press go and it does it for you, it releases it when it's time. The keychains and the decorations I've pretty much done first go, and once you've found the right temperature for your materials, you're just golden. And I would be able to do like a whole tray's worth. I was only doing a couple at a time, but like I could do a whole, because it's 15 by 15 inches, I could do loads of these in one go, and I just think it's going to be really efficient. So I'm really excited to use it for these products, but also for a whole range of things in the new year. So I'm just, yeah, I can't believe how easy it's been to use. So massive thank you, HTVRONT, for letting me try out the heat press. Obviously there's going to be loads more things I try with it over time, and I'll bring you along for that on these vlogs. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing a beginner's attempt at sublimation and at using an automatic heat press. I think it turned out pretty well, but let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be coming back next week with another fun video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!